So, if you don't know what the sunk cost fallacy is, it's basically how when you invest more time, attention, money, etc. into something, you will be less likely to leave it or abandon it completely because of what you've invested in it. And this is something that keeps women in relationships that aren't going well, or they feel like it's average, but he could be doing more. You're like, well, he's doing this for me, but he's not doing this. But since he's giving me this, I might as well stay and see what I can take, because maybe you assume the relationship is going to get better. This is at the beginning, but then you stay waiting for it to get better. But then because you're investing more time, you're less likely to leave over time, because you're like, I've invested so much into this, I don't want to leave it, because then like you don't want to start over. This is actually a tactic that cults use too. They know, leaders know, that the more time people invest into things, the more likely they will be willing to stay. And a lot of the times they do this by, over time, they give little glimpses and breadcrumbs of showing affection in some way. The leader will show affection, whether it's actually through like emotional or mental affection, or giving the small amount of freedom to the followers. And I see this, I feel like, in relationships too, where the woman is staying and because she keeps investing more time, the man will breadcrumb and leave like breadcrumbs of affection. So she keeps thinking, oh, maybe it'll get better. Maybe, I just wanted to point that out to give perspective about kind of how evil it is, really, because this can snowball too into turning into abusive behavior, especially if he's doing this breadcrumbing behavior. I want to make this clear that you are maybe playing Russian roulette with your life. Being with someone who is clearly like maybe not that interested, or being quite passive, especially if they started this way, or they were only like who you wanted them to be for like a month or 2.5 to 3 months at the beginning, and then it drops off. That's never a good sign. And that's why it's really important to look out for red flags. Not because I want you not to trust anyone, but I think being vigilant is a good thing, and it's something that women should do, because we're the ones who are gonna have the children. So we are the ones who are supposed to be picking, if nothing less, and being strict, because it just makes sense that we would want to have the best offspring. So like, why would you want to be with someone who wouldn't give you the best offspring? And then another thing to think about it when you're dating someone, is this someone that I would feel safe having my inner child around? How they're treating me right now, would I want them to treat a child this way, or my future children this way? If the answer is no, then that's your answer. I would really recommend that you break up, because that is your intuition telling you, no, this person is not safe if you wouldn't let your inner child or children around them. And if you want an example of a man who was kind of doing this and having this behavior, I would look into the Chris Watts case. I know it's pretty popular, so it's possible that you already know about it. But if you look into the case, he was quite passive like this, but the whole time he was seething with rage, planning about how he was going to brutally murder his wife and their kids. And he was cheating the whole time as well. And I know that's scary, but I hope that gives another perspective.